We now come to our last and current Poet Laureate, the wonderful Candice. And when I think of Candice, I think of transformation. When we first met her, we were at Earth Cafe, and she hadn't written poetry for a long time. And I remember when she first came and how interesting it was. And then I saw her transform herself in the most beautiful way. And she's even transforming herself more now with spiritual poems and dreaming and just amazing, beautiful things. So I think every Poet Laureate has given different gifts. With Edna, it was her warmth and loving. With Don, it was his wisdom and counsel. And with Candice, it's her transformation and also her ability to put New Westminster on the poetic map. So without further ado, I would like you to welcome all the current Poet Laureate of New Westminster. But before she comes up, Janet Kvammen will come up and do a brief bio.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to participate in this memorable evening on National Poetry Month. And what a great lead-in to Lit Fest. I'm so excited. Candice James. We want you to paint us a poem, a rainbow of color and spectrum of rhyme. Into this wonder, your world of words, we shall roam, yielding your magical brush, painting with verse, illuminating time, dipping into the well of the imagination where you live, this realm of your creation shared with such intense grace. Your legacy of poetry is the true blessing that you so generously give. Mystic, pure of voice, and beautiful of face. Born to be a poet, you have answered your call, spreading your word to one and all. Candice, our amazing Poet Laureate, you're a doll. New Westminster may be your cherished home, yet it is truly certain that your heart lives in a poem. Candice James is a poet, a writer, visual artist, musician, singer, a songwriter, reviewer, and workshop facilitator. She is in her second 3-year term as Poet Laureate of the City of New Westminster. She is founder, director, and past president of the Royal City Literary Arts Society, founder of Poetry in the Park, and co-founder of Poetic Justice with Francie Luan. She is past president of the Federation of BC Writers and a member of both the League of Canadian Poets and the Writers' Union of Canada. Candice has featured at many venues and has been keynote speaker at Word on the Street, Black Dot Roots Cultural Collective, and Right on the Beach. And she has judged the prestigious Pat Lothar Memorial Award 2015 and the Jessamy Stursburg Youth Poet Award 2012 for the League of the Canadian Poets. Candice's poems have been translated into Arabic and Italian and appeared in Jordanian, Palestinian, and Italian newspapers and media. She is the author of 9 books of poetry, A Split in the Water, published by Fiddlehead Poetry Books in 1979, was her first book of poetry, and her latest book of poetry is Merging Dimensions, published by Ecstasis Editions in 2015. I believe you, this is the brief bio. May I introduce my friend and my mentor, the Poet Laureate of New Westminster, Candice James.
I love that. Believe me, this is the brief bio. Actually, I told you to pare it down as you saw fit.
Yes,
But I knew you would.
No, seriously, it could be both.
So it's my pleasure to be here. I am thrilled, of course, to be the Poet Laureate of New Westminster, and I'm pleased at how many people have come out. I thank Ariadne for putting this all together. We have a great city, you know. We have a great city. We have a lot of events happening. We have a lot of talent. Yeah, let's all give ourselves a hand. And we have supportive counselors and arts council. I mean, everybody's here. It's just wonderful. So, I'm going to do some poems for you. I'm going to try and mix it up with free verse and rhymers. The first one is called Early Morning Haunting. Like I say, I don't get up in the early morning too often, but when I do, I'm just utterly amazed at how wonderfully gorgeous it is. Through the foggy lens of an early morning haunting, the ghosts of summer, wind-blown voices and hazy memories still linger in the blue shadows of a dying star. A pearl scarf of frost glistens beneath a red rising sun. A lone gull cries to the wind, leaving its imprint in the thick atmosphere of this muted April sky. My footsteps crackle and crunch on a scatter of pebbles and leaves that whisper secrets into the outstretched palms of this early morning haunting. I watch the sunrise, ash to ember to flame. I listen to the wind, silence to whispers, to voices. I'm alone, yet not alone. I walk with ghosts in the blue shadows of this early morning haunting. Haunted.